December the
2nd.
Yeah. It's a very warm day, and
It
it's
is.
going to be warm tomorrow.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like December at all, but I'll take it. Good work, Peanut.
Another sign.
So we got another blind review. Last week we did just a open tasting.
Free for all is
Yeah,
what I
it
would call
was,
that.
It was
Free
amazing.
for all.
Thank you
Marshall
very
threw
much.
us to the wolves.
I did. I threw you to the wolves, and there were some people that slept not in their own beds that night.
But you know, Trent has said, Trent texted me today and he's like, Cody's an XYZ guy, right? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, I got something for him for around the holiday. Dude, he loves, just the 2 times he's been, he loves it. So
He's ate up with it.
we're at least changing one life
We're
with
changing
everything.
one life. Out of the 14 people who view this on a weekly basis, we're at least changing one life. So we got 3 rando blinds. Jordan, you going to kick us off?
Yeah, why not?
Numero uno?
So the first thing I noticed is that they're definitely not full. They have not been.
But they had,
Okay.
I mean, well, I'm just saying, they're here
Right.
throughout the day. They could have been like, we're going to make them all even, and there could be 3, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like us, hoodlums just coming in, dumping what we got in a bottle into this.
Dump the
Right.
entire
We're
foot
gonna do
in
some
there.
color comparison
That's
here.
fine.
Allow them to.
Yeah.
I like the color of them. The one on your left hand, Doug, is
Smoky
really
dark,
dark.
isn't it?
It's really dark. It's got some.
I think
color.
it's
They all
what was
got
that? I think the one on the left has
Yeah.
a little bit of reddish.
a little reddish tint.
Yeah.
Do we ask the question straight off if they're all bourbons? Will you tell us
Yeah.
that?
That you
They're
can
all
ask.
They are all bourbons.
Nice.
Because this smells insane.
Delightful.
I love this.
I can smell it from here.
I don't know what that is. That doesn't smell real.
That cloud already worked its way
They
out.
don't even smell real.
You know what they are?
Yeah.
You know what they are.
Yeah.
Merci.
So that's
Do you?
Hey,
Don't know the order.
Now, I'm going to say this. Out of the Glencairn, totally different. But it smells insane out of that bottle.
For the better, for the worse.
I think it smells better out of the bottle.
Sweet smell.
It was like, maybe it's because I'm also the one that uncorked it, but man, did it hit.
It just came out.
Mmm. Lingering.
Not Kentucky gentleman.
that's a good thing.
Who would have thought that the first go
Who
around?
would have? Yeah, who'd have
Yeah.
thought that? Who'd have thunk it? We all love Kentucky gentlemen.
I'm hoping my palate. is
Bourbon with
educated.
fucking Kool-Aid. It's amazing. Okay.
Ooh,
You
she's
loved it.
hot. But good.
I did love it.
Very tobacco-y and earthy.
You
I
can't
like
dog it just because it has flavor in it.
You know, a crackhead loves crack, but that don't make it right.
So,
She's
you
hot.
still do it?
That's true.
She's hot and good. How
This
can it be
this
hot
is-
and smooth at the
This
same
is
time?
very good. I'm just going to come right out of it.
It is.
This
So,
is very good.
Is this a heavier than normal pour for me off the?
I was
He
immediately
went pretty deep. Jordan went deep
Well,
on.
just off
That's
that
not a Larry.
first waffle
That's
I
not
got.
a Larry
Not
McCoy.
quite
No.
Larry Clark.
That's
Not
not a
like
Larry.
You gotta be getting up here where it gets
I was gonna say
narrow.
when you get
Larry wants it touching his nose.
when you get into the neck of the Glencairn to the point where when you sniff it, you actually pull
Yeah.
alcohol up.
Yeah, you see this apex right here where
Yeah.
it starts getting
There you go.
straight? That's about where he pulls.
Right into the.
But then had an old drink before pour too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how.
I
I
said,
don't
Larry,
know
you know
how.
you have to drink that before round 2. Oh, I do.
Like, oh, but where is Larry McCoy?
No, he's holed up somewhere, probably in the middle of the Caribbean.
Oh man, Jordan.
That's
You're
good.
right, dude.
Yeah, man, this smells great.
I circled back me before I even had it, and I'm like, I mean, it does have a strong.
Got some butterscotch.
Yeah.
Some
I
tobacco.
love
It is sweet.
I'm gonna have to flip over here and see my notes, your notes that I just
It's
put
sweet.
into a different form.
Proof is high. I don't know what the number is, but it's high.
I don't think she's as high as you think.
Really? I don't know. It's got.
I
a-
re-
Smells good.
it-
Do
it's
I know
got a
this
good
girl?
bite.
Have I met this girl before?
I don't know.
I have.
Probably.
Maybe.
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 I mean, hell, you.
I
Yeah.
mean, you've probably met every bourbon girl there is out there.
Yeah.
So.
That's actually far from accurate.
That is way far from accurate.
So,
Oh, come on.
new
I
hashtag,
know.
bourbon pimp.
Bourbon pimp.
I'm I'm just saying, man, there's just so many that we don't even know.
Oh, I mean, between Jordan and I, we've got a pretty solid setup. And Toby's, he's crawling in there. He's getting there day by day. But, you know,
Well, and then these guys as a whole, I mean, they're
Yeah,
all surrounded by it.
How can you compare to what they have?
there's
Yeah.
no
Yeah, but not
other.
personal. I
There's
mean, this
probably
is- yeah.
there's no other restaurant. I'm gonna venture.
Wait. I don't want to get off on a tangent here and start bashing local, but there's a certain bourbon bar in Bloomington, a barbecue and bourbon bar.
That has
There's
about
nothing
12 bourbons on it.
Well, they may have more than 12. They don't have 3 that I've never had or don't own.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know. I think that's.
If you're gonna call yourself a bourbon bar, I better be able to go in there. And if I've got to pay $40, $50, $80 for that pour, I better be able to get a pour of something that I can't get.
Anyway,
or
a
it's
big
hard
red
to get, or you don't want to crack your own bottle.
it intrigues,
Right.
it intrigues you.
It intrigues me.
There was nothing there that blew my skirt up, period. Well, I've been there multiple times, and never have I been like, well, that's, and I will pay for a drink of bourbon, like a 2-ounce pour.
Or a 1 ounce pour.
Yeah,
I mean,
1 ounce
I'll-
pour.
I got
I'll,
real big on the palate.
I'll pay up for a pour
I feel
of
like
good
it
bourbon. But if you're gonna call yourself a bourbon bar,
Yeah, I mean,
you shouldn't be impressed if you walk into my or your bar to have a drink.
Yeah.
Go there and be like, oh, well, I guess give me give me the Elijah Craig barrel proof or whatever, or give me the Booker's.
I don't
I mean,
think
damn,
I've ever
you've actually got a
marked so
well-received
many.
barrel. You've actually
one.
got
Yes.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
an EHD warehouse.
I mean, this is rich in flavor.
Yeah.
It is.
It's very good.
I agree 100%.
Does anyone else get tobacco on this one?
Oh, yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
Big time in that original
And grandma's leather
sniff.
saddlebag purse.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking more of Dan Stutzman's saddle.
Who's?
Dan
Dan
Stutzman.
Stutzman.
Dan or Joe?
Dan.
Okay.
Phil Man.
Oh,
My neighbor.
oh, okay. I know Joe. He's tall.
Joe is, he's the oldest son, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's very leathery and like mid palate area. It's sweet. The smell is
very
sweet. And
It is.
You
Kind
know,
of.
almost like creme brulee on the nose.
Yes. You ever made creme brulee?
Once or twice.
Jordan made a really good bourbon. What was that? That you made yourself, the bourbon
bourbon
It does.
cream.
cream. Yeah.
It goes
Okay.
away.
Which
Well,
I didn't have it.
they
but
make
it
a
sounded
bourbon.
good.
They make
the
a bourbon
goes
cream.
away, but the flavor stays.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it all
Marshall
stays
may know this,
together and just kind of disappears.
It's just
the
nice.
proof on Buffalo Trace bourbon cream is
It fades away.
Yes.
15%.
Yes.
so it's like
alcohol.
30 proof.
It's like 30 proof, yeah. 15% alcohol by volume. So, I mean, literally, it's
Yeah.
It's not. I would say it's a mixture of half and half and heavy whipping cream and their bourbon
So
with some.
I wanted to
vanilla
go get some
spices.
bourbon cream the other Sunday at the liquor store, and I was like, so I go down there, they're closed, so I thought, well, I'll just make some. So I took half and half, and then I went back in the store because I was like, I gotta make it sweet, so I got condensed milk.
Sweet
Yeah.
condensed milk.
I got condensed milk, half and half, and I used straight up Evan Williams bottle and bond.
Yeah.
2 shots of it. So my shit's, made with 100 proof.
Right.
This bourbon cream is.
Tastes
So then I took a
93
mixer,
or whatever,
and beat it till it was real frothy.
Yeah.
And dude, it was phenomenal.
I bet.
Homemade,
That sounds
$3.
great.
Well, not including the 2 shots of bourbon. $3. Put it in our coffee. Amazing.
Damn.
And it was higher proof than like a store, shelf bought bourbon cream. Super easy.
And not all bourbon creams are built equally.
No, and I didn't have a recipe or anything. I just thought, well, I know it's got to have half and half. No, it's got to have bourbon. And I was like, I got to sweeten it. No, I didn't put any vanilla in. I just used this condensed milk.
So Buffalo Traces definitely has vanilla in it because it's got that brownish tinge to it.
Which one do you have back there?
That was the Buffalo Trace. we
Buffalo
had.
Okay.
It's out. Gone.
They had a sign at the one in Jasper.
Love it a lot.
Holiday.
Heading.
Yeah.
One per customer.
Yeah, and that's how it's getting. I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's like
A little extra.
Go ahead.
Oh,
I mean, that's
IPA didn't even
Did
cut the
you
taste.
agree?
I took a drink of a little something, and the hops didn't kill the taste of the bourbon.
I'm just gonna write down wow.
But it's very close.
There so many flavors.
I'm drinking this straight. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna do this and make sure. But
Anything.
I love my.
Mix lot beat it, dang.
Okay.
It's okay.
it's great though.
Hey, we missed Matt last week, so
We did
Yeah, I
miss
missed Matt.
Matt. He was not 100%.
Just because you
Still
made
not.
it.
neither were we.
Neither were we. Far from. We started
You know,
at 100%.
Cole
I'll tell you what, when I got
Cole's
up to
had a
go
lot of
somewhere, I was
these
like, I
in
should
there.
go this.
That's why they mix so well with bourbon.
You get up to go to the facility and you're
Cinnamon,
like, I
citrus,
probably
and vanilla.
should just stay right here.
That's a cola.
No, thank you. That's fair.
Let's go number 2,
I
man.
like I like it. I don't get some of the stuff on the nose you get, but I get some of the stuff you listed on the nose on the palate.
Oh, and
Oh, really?
Yeah,
if my Febreze is messing with it,
that's all mine was. I
Palate
had
and nose may be kind of confused, but as long as it all jives and then it don't matter.
And this one had a light color.
it was a little
now this smells like burnt butterscotch.
burnt butterscotch.
Burnt.
Werther's Original on fire.
A little bit.
I didn't bring the
They caramelize it a little too long.
Werther's original.
No, I'm not
I
saying
took
that. It's
Werther's
not very
original,
pleasant. but
Crushed them up and put them in an empty
Oh, the
Sazerac
caramel,
bottle.
yes, yes,
I put them in an empty Sazerac bottle and I filled it with Knob Creek about halfway. And I've got this shit in my refrigerator mellowing that
Oh,
it's separated, so it's like a fucking oil spill in the ocean. So you've got the top half of it is just floating Werther's dissolved Werther's Original, and the bottom half of it is Knob Creek. And you give it a good shake, and it looks kind of like Buffalo Trace.
And this,
Werther's
folks, is
Original.
the problem when you have 47 empty Sazerac bottles laying around.
And you just start fucking creating shit.
When you have so much of everything, then you just start experimenting.
You start fucking
This is
dumping Knob
too-
Creek 9 years as
You
an
look like a-
experimental
You
mixer.
look like a madman.
Yeah, bad scientist. I put my hat on backwards and I'm like, oh, what's this gonna taste
I've
like?
not heard much comments between you two about anything yet.
I said burnt butterscotch on the nose out of the bottle.
Yeah.
I don't get that so much. I get more alcohol out of the Glencairn.
I need more
I'm getting Mrs. Butterworth's.
The palate to me is not. It doesn't. I'm gonna again use the term blow my skirt up. It does not blow my skirt up. This it from the nose to the nose in this and the taste. It's kind of it's let me down.
After number 1, I don't even want to taste this.
Number 1's good, and I hope it's the cheapest shit you.
I hope it is too.
I hope it's.
I hope that stuff costs $14. Fucking
This is
1.75.
my guess on number 2, but it's a BIB.
Bottle and bond.
It's a 100 proof.
It's 100.
I think.
Yeah.
Marshall, you like to mess around with stuff at home.
Yeah.
Get you some Oreos, put them in a Ziploc bag,
Okay.
and dump them down in a coffee container and forget about them for a week or a month.
Or this might.
The fuck is that gonna? What we
This might
doing
be a
here?
bitch
Why we
mark.
fermenting?
You mean
why
put
we
coffee on
fermenting-
top of it?
Yeah, put them in a Ziploc bag
Yeah.
Put them in
Okay.
a coffee container,
and then put it in a coffee
and then put
container.
all your coffee back on top of it.
So you're not putting it in, you're
I
not
understand. You're not mixing the crumbs in.
They will, that flavor will diffuse into the
It'll-
Oreo. You will have coffee flavored Oreos.
All right. Well, I pick up.
Oh, you're saying don't even crush the Oreos.
No.
No, just
leave
leave
them
them
Put 'em in a
whole.
bag.
Put them in a bag.
in the bottom of your coffee.
Put them in with some.
Put
ground
them
coffee.
in your coffee grounds.
Yeah.
Man,
Like empty your thing of Folgers, throw those in the bottom in a plastic bag, put your Folgers back on.
lots of leather
Oh,
on the nose.
What's Folgers?
Hey, I'm speaking for the people, DT.
I mean,
Talking
My
layman's
nose would
terms.
be
I don't know why you
I
would
was
do.
over here listening to that, and I didn't hear
I
what
don't
you
know
guys
why
said.
you would do Folgers when you could have real and mug coffee.
I need to get to the bottom of that too, but not here. But
This is a different.
All right,
time.
here we go. But
Well,
Lots of leather on the nose on number 2.
really,
It does have that.
I got burnt
butterscotch.
sugar,
I
but
do too.
I'm not a big fan of it outside of the bottle.
I'm not a big fan of it, period.
You're not.
It's kind of
Tastes-
hard.
smells way better than she goes down.
And it smells better out
And
there.
I'm not real crazy about smell.
She's
I got butter and
on rough.
sugar, maybe some molasses.
I get a little molasses on the finish,
Yeah.
and I got burnt.
I got some grain, yeasty grain,
Then I get
acid.
so like when you were a kid, you had oatmeal in the morning with brown sugar. That's what I get is that smell of oatmeal and brown sugar
Yeah.
out of that thing.
Yes.
I mean, that's just
Really?
Maybe raisins.
That's probably alcohol too.
Out of the, yeah.
I get, man, there's a grassy note, like a hay on the nose.
I get a little
like,
bit of that.
yeah.
Hey.
Like fresh cut clover. Ooh, I don't like clover. Alfalfa.
Alfalfa.
I get I'm coming back to that molasses that rum smell. You get that young rum smell.
Now look how light those two look compared to that one with less in them and more in them.
Yeah.
I get a little cream soda.
I don't think it's horrible. by any
No.
means.
No,
I think it's
It would be lovely with a Coca-Cola.
It would be.
definitely makes sense.
It's a Mexican.
Yep. Brody.
Ready? Really soda. Well, I'm gonna stick with what I said.
What about the proof? Nobody said anything about the
So
proof.
I think she's 200.
I think
it's
that's pretty
BRB.
close. It may be a
100
little.
something, 97.
I think it's 100.
Definitely number one is my favorite.
Yeah, that's
So
that's
far,
where I'm
yeah.
at.
I got Cadillac, and then
Yeah.
number 2 is a Chevy.
Cadillac. Squatted Chevy, like El Vato.
It's a.
I get that
I got Cadillac.
Diet Coke
Oh,
artificial
Cadillac.
sweetener taste in this.
Cavalier.
Which
No,
one?
not
Yeah,
Cadillac.
so that's where I get his
It's-
mixer at.
I get a little bit of that
It's two-door Cavalier.
on the very back of the,
Two.
like right as it hits the
Yeah.
palate
Yeah.
going down to the
C24.
throat is
Sunburst.
where I would get that artificial
Manual
sweetness.
windows.
It's like if you
My
get,
dad had one for years. Yellow. Drove that thing.
I mean, I've licked equal out of my hand before,
Yeah,
or
I
like
got
something
neutral
like that.
Yeah.
Okie smoky, here we come. Look at that dark color.
Un deux trois.
DuPont.
Einstein right.
No,
No Okie?
this nose reminds me of number 2 smells.
Oh?
I mean, just
Burnt
this,
sugar.
like something burnt, caramel sugar, something sweet burnt, or at least hot sweet, like the
Peanut
brown
gallery's
sugar
over
on
there.
oatmeal.
I need to send him that picture of that
You do?
E.H. Taylor.
Yeah, go ahead. You got both of them?
I
Wow.
think so. We're gonna find that here.
What do you think? Talk us through it.
I can't tell.
He's bamboozled.
Well, I still had a little bit of number 2 in the joint. I don't know if that just felt flat, like watery to me.
Do you have a 3-inch or 4-inch one?
Because it was like maple. Boom. Right when it's like maple. I know what he meant by that, by the way. We can't get into inside jokes.
Shout out to Griffin.
I don't know, man. Smells good. Reminds me of number 2 on the nose. The palate to me still seems.
Did you like that?
It still smells good.
What?
It's a new version of E.H. Taylor.
I gotta get something. I gotta get something.
It's the new small batch. Just saying.
Is that enough there, Bob?
It's a little young, a little green. You know, it's bottled in bonds. So it's a minimum of 4 years. So.
Not much on the nose off the bottle for me.
How does something
Usually
that
don't.
dark not have a nose on it?
I don't get a whole lot of nose off the bottle ever.
Well,
'Cause
I-
my nose is broken.
I
I've been looking for a new nose, but it's hard
I
to
used
find.
to, but
It's overrated.
COVID
cleanser in
fucked
between.
my head up.
I was still had some of 2 in me when I.
Yeah, not getting it.
Ever since COVID, man, just what I can smell has been absolutely, completely fucked.
No wonder you're buying
Oh,
shit.
I mean, I can smell, but it's.
Can you still eat raw tomatoes? Or has that come back to you?
Not real impressed.
I've not tried a
So
raw
far.
tomato by itself, but I did have some in the salad yesterday.
Not yet.
So, and they didn't.
Or
they
no,
didn't have
one is
they
the
didn't have
runaway.
that
Number
metallic
one is-
It's the runaway for me.
Oh yeah, no,
For
I
sure.
put a tomato in my mouth. I might as
So
well lick
far.
the tin roof.
I may change. I didn't either, but
You did just have your nozzle one.
yeah, you hold it. Had your whole.
I don't get any toast. I'm not getting anything oaky. I'm not getting any leather.
I can say that
And
expected
I expected
Cool
it.
long and slow.
a lot different. Yeah.
I think it's very. I mean, I just don't. I think it's pretty young.
Yes.
Wait, so I thought you said you knew
I don't know.
the order.
One of them you may not.
Change it?
That's it.
Really sliding.
Had to.
Yeah.
Sliding.
His hand was forced. It seems like. Who would have done such a
It's a week guy.
So one of them's
It
one of
isn't
them's
as strong,
coming here
no.
for you.
This is 80,
That's probably it.
80 proof maybe, 80 or 86.
That's the
Because
fucking
we
Kentucky
we
gentleman.
only had this much of the one.
Yes.
That's the gentleman, folks.
I don't know about that.
Huh?
That's the Kentucky.
No,
There's no,
no
Kentucky
way.
gentleman here, I promise you. There is no rock gut here, I promise.
That's a close second to that.
No. This is good stuff. It's just
Maybe it is. Maybe I don't
No,
know.
see, I got caramel.
it is low.
Corn. I got corn and honey.
Corny, I got you on that, but in a younger bourbon, you typically will pick out the corn like that because it's.
Lower than that. Going to 80.
It's 86.
And kind
No,
of floral.
It was 86 or 88.
Yeah, it's 86.
Not 85.
It's
Out
just-
of the
Caramel
Camerons,
leather,
not got a bad nose, but
not as much
what I
tobacco,
expected.
it didn't have
little
bad
bit
nose
of it.
either.
I'm getting caught.
A little caramel, a little vanilla.
With some other notes.
Vanilla, yeah.
It's definitely running material.
Oh, this is roadie all day.
It's roadie material for
It's
me.
probably a $1,500
I
bottle.
won't even roadie, babe.
It is kind of smooth.
It is pretty sweet.
I
I
mean,
mean, I did drink
that-
Knob Creek 15 last night. And thought it tasted
I don't
fine.
know, man.
this smoothness could fool you on the proof. I don't know.
Peppery.
I tell you what,
I don't
Yes.
know that. I don't know that. It's
Yeah.
that young.
I had that picked as well.
I like the color.
You get a lot of. I do get some, like a. This is a higher rye, because I get some pepperiness off of it. So, still all corn, but or not all corn, but a lot corn, but higher than usual rye.
I like it. I'm good with that.
I'm putting
You
this
moving
number
It's
2.
growing on me.
It's safe for me.
And moving
Yeah.
on to 3.
Yep, I agree. This
Is
better
everyone
than-
in agreement that one is one now?
One is
Yeah,
one.
That was
One.
damn good.
One is one, and one is Master's Keep Wild Turkey.
I wondered if they wouldn't throw that in there.
One is Master's Keep Wild Turkey.
Is it?
I've got it. It's either it's.
I don't
It's-
know. I think
You
stay
know,
with
with that bite, I think you're right.
This
got
this
the- it's
this
got the-
Master's Keep is toasted.
It's got a toasted.
Am I
head,
right? I think
yeah.
it's toasted.
It's a toasted
Yeah.
barrel finish, and it's got.
This is a letdown on the palate, though.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
It's
not.
just simple.
It doesn't hang.
It's good, it's smooth, but
It's-
it's
there's
I get
no
more
hang-
complexity
there's no
out of the
hang
notes,
time.
and then when I get it, when you actually get it on the palate, it just kind of like,
Yeah.
A little heat
Nope.
lingers, but the
Yeah.
flavor
the
is
flavor
not.
goes
94
away.
proof.
Yeah.
This is Elijah Craig. Throwing that out there.
Oh,
You-
My
you know
God,
what?
somebody's getting brave. Brave.
I'm probably fucking. It's probably Pappy 20.
Hey, but you got to throw shit against the wall to see what sticks, and you might hit.
That's
I
true.
tell you what, you miss 100% of the shots you never take.
That's true.
we're gonna go with the Buick.
Riviera.
Skylar. Little Skylar.
Sunroof.
The Sabre.
Butte.
Heated seats. Leather.
Skylark. Yeah.
Oh, God knows, son.
New
No.
tires.
Yeah,
I'm
so
thinking
I'd go with the
Lincoln Continental
Green.
long nose.
Yeah.
cream
Okay,
leather.
DT.
Yes, sir.
What's your order, babe?
My order, number 1 is my number 1.
Yep.
Number 3 is my number 2.
Yep,
And number 2 is my number 3.
agreed.
I agree.
I agree.
Tom?
That's mine too.
That's everyone.
So I have the same, but I'm just gonna add Number one, I think is my number one. Same as you. 104 proof. I felt like that was the Cadillac.
That's your life.
I think my life is okay. Number three is my number two, which I thought was an 85 proof. I liked it.
What'd you have proof on the other one? On number one?
104.
104.
I have
Yeah, and so number three was my number two. I thought it was about an 85 proof. It was my Buick Skylark, cream leather interior.
Good driving car.
Very good,
Comfortable?
comfortable.
the marquee.
Have the vinyl.
And I would do neat on the rocks or mixer on that one. On the number three, which is my number two. My number three is a light DT. The number two is my number three. It's a mixer only. It's a Chevy Chevette. It's a Pontiac T1000, 100 proof.
It's
rough
gonna
on the
get you
palate.
there.
It's gonna get me there. Yep, that's my deal.
I'm pretty much spot on for what you said. 1, 3, 2. Number one, I thought. So, my nose, not. I can actually smell that now. I didn't get much on my nose tonight, so.
I had flavors all over for number one. I had toasty, oaky, nutty, woody, leather, char.
It's got to be the wild.
spice,
Yeah,
peppery,
it's either,
vanilla. And
I don't think it's Elijah Craig toasted. It could be Elijah Craig toasted, but I felt like Elijah Craig toasted didn't have as much body as that wild turkey.
And that wild turkey, I don't know what that age is on this Master's Keep, but it's got to be.
Well, before you go, Marshall, I will say that I like number one far and beyond compared to
Number two or number three.
Yes.
I just
Absolutely.
really
Leaps and
like
bounds.
leaps
Yes.
and bounds.
Yes.
They were in a different ball.
Oh
It
yeah,
really was.
yeah.
Yes.
But if we never would have known they got Master's Keep, and it may not even be, like,
It
we
may
have no
not.
clue.
I have no, I
But-
don't even know what that
I
If
is.
we
I
would've
pick
kn-
up a lot of, but I'm, even though
It's reminiscent of like a Russell's Reserve.
it's reminiscent of a
Yeah.
Russell's
Like a
Reserve or
12.
a Michter's toasted or it's got that sweet oakiness on the back end that
What I
just
like
comes
about
through.
it is
It stays.
Yes.
Stay good.
Yeah, I put on here on number one, the flavor lingers gracefully.
Yes.
It just
Yeah.
kind of like hung on,
The
but
hang
heat,
time.
the heat
Kept on.
dissipates
Lots of hang time.
gradually,
All the
and
flavor
all
just
the
kinda
flavors-
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
That's right.
I
Tony
can't
Danza.
speak up all.
Tiny Dan.
Yeah.
Go
Hold
ahead,
me,
I'm
hold me
sorry.
closer, Tony.
I can't speak up all of them up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm good.
Did
So,
Marshall go?
I picked.
Marshall's
I
not
went.
out. Marshall's
so
not.
I went. Number one is my first one. Number three is my second one. Number two is my last one. I think number one's like I said, Wild Turkey Master Keep 01. I think number three is could potentially be Elijah Craig or Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. I had it at 94 proof, and then the number two, which was my last one, I had it at around 100 proof and just not great. It's mixer all day long. The other ones, I'd pour in Glencairn and watch IU play basketball and get beat.
Cody, you can at least say which one you liked first.
So as far as my order goes, was par for the course. So 1, 3, 2 was my order. I got red apple this time on number one. Not green apple.
Red apple.
Honey Crisp.
Honey
Crisp. Sweet delicious. Golden delicious.
So caramel. I got some earthy notes. Leather tobacco on number one. I got oak, sweet, and vanilla on the palate. Number two, which was my number three, oatmeal with brown sugar. It's just kind of a childhood memory thing. When you mix it up, you get that. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you get that and out of the package, like when you actually cook oatmeal, not microwave stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Tobacco, leather,
Stuff out.
and some rum. Nice NutraSweet on the palate. So the NutraSweet would be that roadie that when Matt says, I'm definitely doing this as a roadie, you're going to get that NutraSweet aftertaste. So that artificial sweetener on the back end.
We love a good Diet Coke.
Yeah. And that's why I don't like the diet stuff is because that fall off. That's why it's number three. Number 3 is my number 2, caramel leather tobacco vanilla. I get oaky. I get some subtle caramel on it. Vanilla's grassy note, not much grassy, just a little hint of it on number 3. But that's kind of my palate there.
So far, our rankings went exactly the
They
same.
are.
absolutely.
Mine's gonna be the
Everyone's
same way.
ranked them exactly the same.
Which is crazy. I mean, I don't
I don't
know.
think
That,
this
I don't know
is
if
ever
that's
happened.
ever happened.
That's
There's always
a
at least
first.
one person that is
A
flip
little
flop
bit,
one
yeah.
or two or whatever.
This
And I
is the
get
first time it's
an
been
ad right
unanimous
here.
across the
Red apple.
Apple.
I'm like very intrigued to see what these.
But number one was great.
Because
I mean,
number 2 will probably be the best.
It might be.
I think
I
number
joke about
one
there every time, like,
again.
one of these days they're gonna pull out a Pappy 15 and I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's
I'm
fucking trash
gone.
one.
Which is why I just sold one last week. Like I feel like there's enough stuff out there that's completely attainable that, and some stuff that's a little harder to get that makes for way better conversation. Whereas I think you throw some of these super, like, let's call them unicorns in on a mix like this, and chances are you're at least going to have a couple people in the group that are just like, that's just not going to be their top thing.
I will say though, I did watch one that Fred Minnick did a few weeks ago. And Eagle Rare, he did it with the B-Tac line. The one I watched was the Eagle Rare, and the Eagle Rare kicked everything's ass.
Yeah.
Which,
Should.
but it should. But that's
You're
not-
talking about Eagle Rare plain or
No, the
double
17.
Eagle Rare?
No,
Or no,
the
17. Okay,
Yeah, the B-Tac line. So,
What was he comparing it to?
you know, he had some decent shit in there. I mean, it wasn't like he was comparing it to, you know,
Jim Beam,
William.
Wild.
Yeah,
Kentucky
Jim Beam,
General.
yeah,
Kentucky General.
You know, he had it in there running with some other Buffalo Trace stuff,
Mhm.
and I think he may have some Russells in there as well.
So-
And-
Yeah,
but it's,
So probably.
I'm intrigued.
I'm telling you, number one, it's like it's a Master's Keep, it's a Booker's, it's something like that. Something that's
Yeah.
older, something that's more complex for sure. I don't know if it's like
I don't think
finished a second time. I'm not sure.
I don't think. Well, just to even a playing field, I don't think we've seen these yet,
Seen them.
as far as in our reviews.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
nice.
New stuff.
Well, we haven't seen
What's the deal?
Booker's yet.
Yeah.
Well,
let's-
I guess we
let's
did last week.
Let's unveil these things slowly. Let's do the
So
number one,
should be paired up with
which
number
is
one.
number one to
I'm
everybody.
reaching.
Pull the door. Bob.
Number one is number
This
one.
is definitely-
on
it
Is
feels
that number
like-
one?
Yes.
All right.
Feels
There
like
we go.
that's
Master's
it.
Keep.
All right. Masters keep
Master's
one.
Keep.
That bottle right there is worth every penny that they're charging on the secondary market.
Toasted oak finish. I
If
don't
you
know the
can't-
age on this, but
If you can't find it
Can
in
you
the
tell
store,
me what the
buy
proof
it.
is? I really
101.
Yeah, there's.
It is one over here. Yeah.
I thought it was hotter than that. I put one.
Notes of rich vanilla, fresh toasted oak, caramel, spice, and butterscotch.
Number two, I'm going to tell you this, is something that we haven't even talked about.
I think retail.
It's a celebrity bourbon. I'm going to throw that out there.
Oh man,
Is this fucking
that one
Sweetens
from
Cove?
fucking
Wild
Eaton?
turkey.
It's Sweetens Cove.
I hope it's not Sweetens Cove.
It's Sweetens Cove. I guarantee it's Sweetens Cove. Pull
What,
that
number
trash
two?
panda out of the fucking dumpster.
Oh my
Sweetens
god!
Cove.
Yeah.
God,
And
thank
Rager-
you, Jesus.
Rager texted me and he goes,
Did
"How
he
many
just-
bottles of Sweetens Cove you want?"
Absolutely
And I said,
fucking zero.
I said,
That's
Wait
what
a
I
minute.
want.
Did that just happen?
What?
That just happened. He got all, yeah, I think he got all three of them. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Sweetens Cove is supposedly a Peyton Manning plus other celebrities bourbons.
That's fucking.
Marianne
Yeah.
Eaves has blended it. It's dickled.
It's
juice.
Dickel juice, but God, it's not good.
And number three,
Flip it around.
Elijah
Let me see
Craig.
that deal.
Toasted barrel.
Toasted Barrel. Get down.
Elijah Craig.
There's a reason why.
I was a regular
There's a
fucking.
reason why it's a bourbon pit.
Yeah, that's pretty damn awesome.
Hashtag bourbon pimp.
Yep.
Hashtag lots of luck. But
Big perm.
But
That
no,
is-
so
Let's see this
the Sweetens Cove.
Well, the
is-
celebrity bourbon tipped him off on that because
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
pretty well. It's not like he's gonna never have Sweetens
Right,
Cove and
right.
be like, "That's Sweetens Cove."
But I mean, so actually, our rep Southern Blazers helped us get that bottle there. Just I mentioned something about our review, so she sent it to us. I mean, we paid for it, but she didn't comp it. Casey, come on.
hashtag.
Yeah, and Casey, if there's one thing you should comp, it's this trash.
Yeah.
No, just kidding, Casey.
We love
But
it.
seriously, you should have caught it.
But yes, you very well could have comped it because so as far as price point, it is not worth the price point on that
It-
one. That
that
all.
is- So retail, that's going to be anywhere from 150 to I've seen
No, this.
Yes, I've seen
That's
that.
retail $200.
You can go to
wholesale, and that's 153.
Yeah.
you can go in Big Red right now and buy it for 154.
Well,
They're making a dollar.
They never give it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Save your
but
money.
I've seen it most other places is 189 to 219. And for the love of baby Jesus in a manger, don't buy it at that.
No.
It's
Well, I mean,
disappointing.
you can't go any lower than $150 because
That's what
that's what it
wholesale
costs
is.
for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you can lose money and
Yeah,
sell
you
it, but
can. You can.
and I'm afraid you may have to.
Jimmy Russell does not disappoint.
Jimmy Russell's the fucking man, and he's gonna make hay every time
But
the
that-
sun shines.
That
That
Master's Keep is beautiful.
amazing. That's probably my favorite that I've ever put
It's a
in my mouth.
delicious, delicious pour.
Well, I got something. So,
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got a surprise.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Bonus.
Hold on.
bonus. I'm not going to show y'all what it is, so I don't know how I'm going to pull this off because we can't really hold the bag either. So,
You can hold the bag.
Just go ahead and
And
carry it.
he's done it before.
Yeah, just pour this in.
I'll pour everybody just a little
Oh,
bit.
we get a special.
Yes.
A bonus.
Got a bonus, a +1.
The plus one. This is like prom.
I'm glad I rode a bicycle.
That,
Master's Keep.
so
Bonus.
that Master's Keep, just I mean,
This
it,
is.
it
I
hits
just
on
want to
all
get
of it.
everyone's thoughts on this.
So,
How much is this about?
Here,
I'll have to-
just nobody look.
It's
Just
it's
give me
in that
your
area.
glass.
200 at retail. You're gonna find it secondary $350, $325.
Just pass me a glass one
And-
at a time. I don't want
and-
anybody to look at it.
And in all honesty, I'm trading for that bottle of bourbon. I'm gonna trade something for
Go
that
back,
bottle
baby.
of bourbon.
Okay.
I will have one on my shelf. 'Cause
Yeah.
that
I want some left in the
is-
bottle, if you know what I mean.
That
Yeah.
is phenomenal.
Thank you.
Toby.
Tobias right here.
alright, we got it. DT. It's nice.
Yes, sir.
And then don't forget about yourself.
Give me a half inch.
This is DT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiny
This is-
pour.
This is Jordan.
Doug?
All right.
That's yours, bro.
This
Yeah.
is
See?
got a very good color.
It's got a great color to it.
Man.
McDonald's sweet tea.
Ooh.
I think I can see the sugar crystals.
I want to get everyone's opinion on this because
So I got a lot of vanilla, so I'm gonna
Very
turn this
sweet on
second.
the nose.
I'm gonna do number 4 right here.
it smells very sweet to me. You got a lot of oak on there. I feel
Very
like.
sweet. Lots of oak.
Sweet and oak.
Now, to me, this is in the same class as like this Master's Keep. It's more,
Leather, some tobacco.
it's more complex to me. It's like
She's a hot girl.
a little bit hot, but she's
Delightful.
She's delicious.
yes. I feel like it's very, very good.
She's got nice legs too.
Got a hell of a finish to her. The heat doesn't linger around too
No.
long, but the spice is
It's
and the
hot, and then
flavor
all of a
is-
sudden it's
I
smooth.
love this bourbon. This is my favorite nose of the night right here.
You know, it's a lot heavier on the oak than the Master's Keep, but it's about the same as
But I'm
the
saying
oak level and the light.
I'm saying if it were these three tonight, it'd probably still be like 1,
Absolutely.
2,
yeah,
and 3.
yeah, no,
Absolutely.
I'm.
You know, when you start
Well,
even
If
that's
you
for
throw
number one.
this into the mix,
right, what I'm saying,
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, if you replace this with that, it's
Absolutely.
kind of
I'm
like
gonna put this on the same bar as that Master's Keep.
Yeah, I
maybe a little above.
it's in that echelon of.
it is.
We wouldn't have known this maybe the very first week, especially Toby. You know, like he always says, he's the student, whatever.
I am.
Right.
But I mean, you know, now you realize a more complex.
I like it.
That one hit Doug a little different right there.
Now you realize.
He toked on that one just a little too long.
Toby, now you realize a more complex bourbon when you drink.
Yeah,
Whereas, you know, 2 years ago, you probably
No,
wouldn't.
6 months ago. Yeah.
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 So,
I appreciate it. Everybody here is helping.
I-
You get a lot of the alcohol, but it's a lot of coke too.
I'm neat.
I gotta really-
I'm neat on this one.
I really gotta try.
yeah,
that.
I'm neat on it. It's great.
Hoopers out there. Shooting
Yeah,
hoops.
well, they're banging it just as hard as
And
we're
that's
banging it.
just, this has nothing to do with these three are standing stand. I'm not trying to like throw a wrench in anything.
I love it.
I just wanted to get other people's opinions
I
on
love
it
this.
because
What we got? 120.
It's a beautiful bourbon.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm drinking this thing. It's
Booker.
You're gonna put it in.
I put it in Diet Coke too.
no, but they're related.
I figured they were. Is it Little Book?
No,
No.
this is something for you, my friend.
Ah, shit, yeah. Awesome.
So
That is-
I rediscovered
Knob
this. Now it's a Knob Creek single barrel, 15 years old.
Now, I want you to taste this next to the Knob Creek 15 I picked up 2 weeks ago, and it's completely.
But the significance of this is, I totally forgot I had it. I've had it for 3 years or so. And I sent a picture of it to Marshall last week, and I was like, man, I forgot I had this, and this is so freaking good. And he's like, man, that's the day my dad passed away. It was the day that it was barreled.
Yep, the day it was.
And so, like, right there, I'm like, it's his, not mine, but it is so good, I want everybody to I'm just sad that it wasn't sealed.
That's all right. We would have cracked it open
Sure.
anyway. So.
But anyway, I want you to have
Thank
that.
you, dude. I appreciate
It means more to you than it does me because of that, and it's really good. So we're going to call that the
delicious.
Good Luck Chuck Knob Creek.
Good luck. Guys. Look here.
There we
All right,
go.
guys.
And that to me is what it's all about.
To the bourbon pimp.
Hey, if that don't put a smile on your damn face, you need to
I'm
go
saying.
to hell.
Smile or bring a tear to your eye. Shit.
Yeah, Jordan showed me
So
that.
I hope you just
few
kind of
days
sip
ago,
on
I'm
that.
like, oh,
Dude, that's,
God.
Thank you.
We talked about it at the bourbon bunker.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's awesome, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Jordan.
You're welcome.
Love you, man. That's great. We will definitely sip on that and enjoy it.
My pleasure.
So, that being
Is
said,
that a wrap?
that is
That
our
being
wrap.
said, don't buy Sweetens Cove. All right, speakeasy fingers. All right.
Some of that trash.